This is Joshua Hart from JTH Boxing, and today I'm joined by Kieron Conway. Kieron, first of all, thank you for joining me today. How are we doing?
Doing very well. It's my day off, so I haven't actually done much today. Um, it's total rest day for me. Saturday is a strange one for me because I like to train. So I'm sitting here literally studying boxing now on the TV. I cannot stop. So I can't hold myself back. So that's all I've done so far today.
Well, listen, it sounds like a good day to be honest. I wouldn't complain for getting able to sit down and just watch a bit of boxing. So let's get straight into this. My first question is, I want to talk about the experience of fighting on Canelo undercards in the States. While those fights did not exactly go your way, what was the whole experience like of getting to fight in the States?
It was big. It was big. It was really good experience that I'll always take forward with me. Both of those fights. Over in the States. There was lots to learn and take on from both of those experiences. The first one was awful in terms of prep and, for example, fight week. I didn't get out there until 2 days before the fight, so that made things very difficult and very very stressful because it was all down to an error on the system for my visa. There's literally nothing that could have. It was just out of everybody's hands. Even the people at the visa place couldn't sort it. It was just a big error on my thing. Um, got me out there late, made it difficult, like I said. But I take that experience forward with me. That's also another story that I've got to tell people moving forward. Um, the little bit of fight week that I got to um, be involved in for that fight was really enjoyable and memorable. It was massive, massive event, especially with the timing of everything as well. We had heavy COVID restrictions whilst over here, and over there it was total opposite. There was something like 10,000 people at the weigh-in, or just under 5,000, 10,000 people at the weigh-in. Big carnival event, outdoor weigh-in. The venue itself, 70,000 people. As I've walked out, there's over 60,000 people already there. It was massive. Made it really, like I said, memorable. Um, and yeah, the Vegas one was always a dream of mine because I'm a massive Elvis fan. So I always wanted to go and perform in Vegas. Didn't exactly perform the way I wanted to, but now you can't look back. You can only look forwards. So it is what it is, and I've still got experience to take forward from that, which is invaluable. People won't understand the experience I've took forward from those two fights alone. The hardships in and out of the ring been unquestionably invaluable for me.
And since then, obviously, you've also then obviously now made the decision to step up in weight to 168 pounds. What was the thought behind that? Were you feeling you were just getting a little bit, was the weight cut a little bit too hard to get down, so you made the move up?
See, that one is not a permanent move necessarily. Um, I was fighting at super welter not too long ago. And I think people might have forgot that. So I was fighting at super welter, and then I've had one fight at middleweight, which was against Ammo. But before that, the fight before that fight, I also fought at 167. That one was in Sheffield last August. Um, I feel good at that weight. I do because I don't have to cut as much to get down. Of course, gives me a lot more fuel in the tank kind of thing. But 168 is not a permanent move. Do feel strong. Do feel like I've got a lot more there. But I'm now slowly taking it back down to middleweight, and I'm just waiting for the call. I'll be fine. I'll be ready to go at middleweight when the time's come.
So how was the fight in Nottingham against George Silva? Obviously, that was a good. Was it 8 rounds you got under your belt that night?
Yeah, yeah.
How was
That was
how
a
was that whole
great,
fight for you?
very frustrating for me because I've gone in there. I've had the whole build up. I've wanted to get on the stage and perform in front of a good crowd, and then I found out that I'm on early on in the night, and it was really frustrating for me that because I get a buzz off of performing in front of people. I don't want the empty arenas. When I was on second, that was big letdown for me. Made me frustrated. I've took that into the ring. was very, very frustrated in the ring. I didn't put it. For some reason, I just didn't put it behind me like I should have, and it affected my performance because in the end, I just started loading. I was loading up with every shot, hitting him hard, and then I just didn't get him out of there because I just didn't let the punches flow. I'd rather just hit him hard. Um, in reality, he shouldn't have been in the ring with me. He shouldn't have been in the. He shouldn't have lasted 2 to 4 rounds, really. But I kind of let him in that sense because of those sort of things that I've just mentioned. But yeah, it was obviously a really comfortable fight in my favour. He was no mug. He came in there with a decent record, 20 with something wins with 7 losses, knocked out his last 6 wins. So he was there ready to go. Yeah, he was a bit older, but he was ready to go. He was there for his chance to make an upset. But yeah, reflecting on that, there was again, you take things from every single fight, even a fight like that where I was totally in control. You can take a lot from that because I don't need to be loading up because people underestimate my strength and power. I think that night showed it. When I was hitting him hard, he was sinking. He was just a tough, durable man who just went in there to survive after the first shot landed, basically. And when they want to do that, they do. If I let my hands go, probably wouldn't have survived. But instead, I opted for 1s and 2s power punching, and he just curled up and tucked up and survived.
And since that fight, obviously being ordered to fight Tyler Denny in the Eliminator, um, I spoke to Tyler last week, and he doesn't believe the fight will happen. Do you think the fight will happen, or do you think it's a bit of a dead in the water
Well,
type thing?
I guess if the fight doesn't happen, that's from his side. Um, Me and Tyler, we do get on. We're not too far apart, and we've done lots and lots of rounds together over the years. When I first turned pro, especially, I was even sparring with him then. First turned pro in MTK Birmingham. I was going over there, and so we've sparred loads of rounds over the years. But I have said that I wanted to go down the British title route this year if it's available, and if it's all right, and that's the route that we've opted to go. So if the fight doesn't happen, that's not on our side. Just want to make that clear because yeah, I get on with Tyler. I've got respect for Tyler, and he's doing well in the sport. And but I'm not going to put that above my career because I've got to look after myself first. So that's exactly what I'll do. If that fight's there, we're gonna make sure that we've got a purse bid in for that. I'm not pulling out of that.
So obviously Tyler's out on May 6th. Obviously, I'm guessing that's not going to be you. You're not going to be fighting him in May. Do you reckon if the fight does get made, do you reckon it'll be one that'll made summertime?
I guess so. If he's fighting in May, then he's looking at August maybe
Well,
for
yeah,
his next.
I think it's May 6th in Birmingham on the Joshua Buatsi undercard. He's next out. But
Yeah.
again, it's no one's sure if he's actually says there's no opponent out yet or anything, so we're not sure if it's another defense of the English title or if he's going down a different route. Um, so as that moves me on to my next point. With or without the Tyler Denny fight, where would you like to, obviously you've mentioned the British title. Have you got any other opponents in mind that you reckon that'll push you into that route if it's not a direct route to the title?
I don't really know what would happen if Tyler doesn't go for that fight. I don't know what will happen. I don't know if the board will make another opponent in, or do I wait and fight the winner of the winner kind of thing. Um, I'm not really sure what will happen there, so we kind of just have to see. Um, but if it all goes tits up, I'll just happily go down another route. Anyway, I'm not putting my career on hold for other people, but like I said, I'm expecting purse bids to happen mid-April for me and Tyler, and I expected that fight to be happening. So you're telling me otherwise. You're telling me that Tyler said otherwise. So now I guess we have to wait and see what goes on there. But yeah, whoever's there, I don't know what names would be happening, but I think it's Denzel Bentley versus Kieron Smith um, currently for the title, and then I think Hamza Shiraz is waiting to fight the winner. But yeah, so I'm waiting.
Apparently, Hamza Shiraz is injured. Apparently he's well, not. I don't know if it's 100%, but I've heard that he might be injured and out of the running for in the mix. So obviously with Denzel Bentley, if he gets through against Kieran Smith on the Joyce undercard, it leaves a bit of an open ground with Shiraz not being fit to fight, which I think is where it would be perfect to get the fight made between you and Tyler. Obviously, it's no secret. Like a lot of people think Tyler deserves the British title shot. You've proven yourself on numerous occasions. I think the fight between you and Tyler is a perfect fight to make to decide the next opponent for either Dennis or Bentley, or if Kieron Smith obviously picks up the belt.
Yeah, I see that. I see Tyler's won. Has he won one eliminator?
Yeah, his last fight. I think his
Right.
fight with Brad Rea was an eliminator, and then his
Uh,
fight with Brad Pauls was also an eliminator. So he's already fought two. I think it's definitely one eliminator, but it could actually also be two eliminators.
I understand that his point of view, thinking that he's done these eliminators, he shouldn't have to wait. But also, these people are novices. They probably shouldn't have been in for an eliminator anyway. So I don't think it really counts too much for that. Um, them to even English title level, probably not. So yeah, you've got to look at it that way as well. But yeah, if you're saying Hamza's injured, I think it depends what injury he's got because we've still got time before the Bentley Smith fight even happens, and then you've got whole purse bids and camp to do after that. So maybe he's injured now, but he won't be. So, but either way, I'm ready to fight. I'll fight either of them, and I believe that I win.
So in an ideal world, when would you like to next get out there? Obviously, you had your 8 rounds back in February. Forgetting all the purse bids, politics, and everything. In an ideal world, when would you like to next be in the ring?
I want to be fighting by the end of May, but if that happens or not, I'm not too sure. But yeah, I'd like to be fighting by the end of May. That was the plan all along.
Kieron, thank you for your time today. I wish you all the best in your career, and I hope you do get big opportunities this year to get the British title. Thank you for your time. Thank you.
Thank you very much, man.